Hello everyone, I am Dr. Joshi from ASPIRE MDS, and this video is specially made on request of you guys who asked me that how you can manage the time for preparing for exam. So let's keep this one thing in mind. You should know three things before you start your preparation. First thing is what you should be reading. Second thing is how you should approach the preparation, and when you should read. That means how you are going to manage time reading all these things. Okay, so first of all we'll see books that you should focus on reading. First book is Dental Pulse or Dentist by Gauri Shankar. So whichever book you prefer, stick to one book. There is no need to read both the books. Either you go through Dental Pulse or you go through Dentist, because ultimately the revision is what is going to matter. If you are going to read both and then you are not able to revise any of it, it is not going to be of any use. So stick to any one of these. Second is previous year question papers. Now this previous year question papers includes AIIMS and Neet papers for both AIPG, that was there till 17, Neet, that under Neet both this AIPG and Neet papers you have to prepare, and that is for both dental as well as medical exam. So when you are reading medical previous year question papers of AIIMS or Neet, you have to read only the questions that are there in our syllabus of dental exam. That includes Annate, Physio, Biochem, General Medicine, General Surgery, Pharmacology, Pathology, Microbiology. In addition to, there are certain subjects that you have to study. One is PSM. So from PSM many questions can come. Second is Dermat. So when you are reading Dermat, stick to the topics that you have studied under this Dermat topic in your oral pathology and oral medicine. There can be certain questions from forensic also that can come in our exam. So these three things, it would be nice if you are reading from them. Okay, and now remember one thing, when I am talking about reading from this previous year question papers, don't expect the exact question to be asked in your exam. So if you are reading these questions, you have to study along with the explanation. So if you are studying along with the explanation, you will get your concepts cleared, from which any of the question that can be asked you will be able to answer. Okay, third thing that you have to study is textbook reading. Now textbook reading should not be a pure textbook reading in which you are starting a topic from the textbook. You read from the Pulse and previous year question papers, either from Dentist and previous year question papers, and read the explanations. After that also, if you feel that a particular point you are not able to understand, you go through the textbook for that particular topic only. In addition to that, in your schedule daily before sleeping, give 30 minutes to textbook reading. You select a particular standard textbook for each and every subject and give 30 minutes of that particular textbook reading for whichever subjects you are reading at that particular days. Okay, and fourth are the fringe books. This includes all the Duggal, Dhawan and other books that we have already informed to you. So reading these books should be of main focus in your preparation, and these ones should be revised as well. Okay, now about how to read. So in our test series, another online course, you know that this is the schedule we have given. We have taken Annate for the example. So you have particular day. For Monday you have to read osteo, then histo, oral cavity and tongue, and so on. So for this particular topic, again you have to see what books you are reading. So if you are reading Pulse or Dentist on the day 1, that is on Monday, you read osteo chapter from Pulse or Dentist. Second thing you have to read is, now when you are reading the previous year papers, it is difficult to find out a particular topic from those papers, but good thing is that this previous year question paper books have the question paper divided into subjects. So what you can do is, suppose if you are reading 10 years papers of previous year exams. So in this 10-year papers, you have the Neet or AIPG and AIIMS papers. In AIIMS also, you have May and November AIIMS papers. Now, among this dental and medical books, you see the ANET subject. So I guess on an average in all these papers there will be somewhere 10 to 15 questions. And if you are reading 10 years papers, so you can say that almost 30 papers ANET questions you have to read, and we have 2 weeks to prepare for ANET. So for each day you can read one paper. For example, you can read November AIIMS 2014 ANET questions on day 1 and so on. So according to that you have to read the previous year question papers. Third thing is our video lectures that you have to go through. Most of the video lectures of particular topics are 30 minutes long only, so you can give the 30 minutes to that. And then the fourth one is your textbook reading. That will be also helpful to you for the image based questions. So that is how for each day you should cover all these things. At the end of the day, make sure to take the daily test that has been assigned to you. So if you are following this religiously, I am not saying that you will be able to cover all of this because it takes time. Some subjects are lengthy, some are not. But even if you are covering 80 to 90% of this syllabus in this manner, by the end of our first round of preparation that will end by June or July, you would have covered 80 to 90% of the syllabus that you are supposed to prepare. Then further, while revising, the remaining 10% you can cover easily. Okay. Next thing we'll see about how to manage your time. So suppose, let's say you are intern or you are a working dentist who is preparing for this exam. So in that case you can get 6 to 7 hours to prepare. If you are studying full time, I'll suggest at least 10 to 12 hours you can manage for your preparation. For both of them, I'll tell you. So we know what books we have to read. So you let's say you are an intern or a house surgeon who has 9 to 5 of college. So in that case, how will you manage your time? You can, let's assume that you can wake up at 6, get ready by 7, and from 7 to 8:30 you have almost half an hour when you can prepare. Then after 5 o'clock when you come home, you refresh yourself, and by 6 or 6:30 you get free. Then from 6 to almost till 8:30 when you will be having dinner, this one slot you can have. So here we have 1.5 hour, here we have 2.5 hour. After your dinner by 9:30, from 9:30 to 11:30 or even till 12 you can give another almost, this is almost 2.5 hours. So this is 6.5 hours that you have managed. So in this 3 slots you can do preparation. In this 1.5 hour you can be reading your, let's say, dental pulse. In 2.5 hours over here, 1 hour again you can give to your dental pulse or dentist, and another 1.5 hour for reading that day's question paper that you have designated. In this 2.5 hours you can divide them into, one is for video lecture, that is 30 minutes. Remaining 2 hours you can again read from the, let's say, the remaining part of the pulse or dentist. Other thing you can do is your textbook reading. Okay, and before sleeping give 20 minutes for taking that day's test. So this schedule is for the interns, house surgeons, or the persons who are doing some job, and then remaining part is for the people who are giving full time for preparation. They almost 10 to 12 hours. You can say you wake up, if you are preparing late night, your day might start late, but if you are early waking person, you can start your preparation by 7 o'clock. After finishing breakfast and everything, 7 to 12, that is almost 5 hours for you. Then you can have lunch in between and a nap, quick nap. By 2 o'clock again you can start your preparation. By 8 o'clock you can get up for preparation, for the dinner. Then you have your dinner, and then almost from 9 to, let's say, till 12 o'clock you can again be reading. So this 3 hours, this 6 hours, and this 5 hours. So this almost 14 hours you have. Again, let's say you won't be able to follow this quickly, but out of this 14, at least 10 to 12 hours you should be able to prepare it. And in that thing, same things you should be covering depending on what time you want to give to what particular subject. Remember one thing, if you fail to plan, if you don't plan your preparation, you are definitely planning to fail. So make sure you are preparing with a proper plan in your head and you are sticking to it. Okay, all the best.